Hello guys and dolls and everybody, Spoonies, zebras, whoever you are joining my channel. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm going to be doing a look of makeup. So I'm actually a makeup artist, a beautician and nail technician since actually after my car accident I retrained so that I could do something with my time and my hobby, and one of those loves was makeup. So what I do, the reason I'm doing this vlog today is so that I wanted to do a video, very raw, very live, just very me, so that people understand why, even when you feel really rubbish, chronic illness can hit you and you do not look sick. Sometimes you look perfectly normal. People, you have all the suggestions of the names and the traits and, you know, oh, she's skiving work, she's, you know, she was all right Saturday, she was all right yesterday, she was all right this morning. And people don't actually understand the complexity behind chronic illness. So for me, one of the things that I have found has significantly helped, no matter how I feel, I always put on a tiny amount of makeup. That's not to make myself look better, that's not from a vanity reason, it's from an inside reason, from all the mindset work and everything that I've done, which I talk about lots, obviously. It's about how I then feel I am ready to face the world. I don't wear lots of makeup, and I'm definitely not a YouTuber or a blogger where it is all about filling up the face with lots of makeup to cover up and transform your look. This is just an everyday 5-minute look. So however shattered you are, whether you are a chronic illness zebra, whether you are a chronic pain warrior, or whether you are simply just an everyday mum, a novice at makeup, you want to feel better about yourself, and you just only have those 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can do it. So I'm going to start off. The reason I always use my primer, so I use a product brand, I always use the same brand, and that's because they are gluten, dairy, soy free. They're also vegan and they're also cruelty free. So not only are they PETA and allergy approved, but they don't contain animals. They don't just not test on them, but they are so much better. And it's really had an impact. I use it across my whole well-being. I use the nutrition, I use the skincare, I use the makeup. And as a whole, it's been a holistic approach with my mindset to better everything about me. So I'm taking the Arbonne primer. Now this is just heaven in a bowl, really. So I'm going to take 1 squirt of that. So I just take 1 pump, so just 1 pump. And because the products are so concentrated, you don't need to use a lot. So that's why I was saying to you about we don't need to use lots and lots of product, and we're not going to be dripping foundation onto our faces and serum, because let's face it, us Spoonies only have so many spoons a day. We only have so much energy to utilise. And yes, makeup fit makes us feel amazing, but there's something about, is it worth using them spoons that we have available for that? So I have this morning had a shower, and then I've had to have a rest. Then my carers helped me get dressed, and then I was like, right, I've been trying to film this for 3 days actually, and I haven't felt well enough, and I was like, no, this morning I'm going to do it, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So I've applied my primer. Now you don't always have to apply this, especially with the all-in-one that I'm using, but this has something in it called hyaluronic acid, which is really good for generating and regenerating the plumpness and collagen and the phytanols in our skin. So it's really good at helping our skin work better for us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a quick trick to show like a contoured look, so you don't have to wear too much. I'm going to use the Arbonne Intelligence Pollution Defense CC cream. Now you can see that this is the colour I use all the time. I'm literally so nearly out, it's ridiculous. And this is a colour that I had spare. I bought spare because I buy it in a ready in 5 secs. It's like much cheaper. You get everything for about £14 or £20 as opposed to most items being about 20 or so plus. So I've got a colour in dark. So literally going to put out on my hand the amount of foundation I need for the light, and then I'm going to show you the amount I need for the dark, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do that in a minute. So that's the amount of foundation I need for my whole face. So just again, we're not doing a big transformational look, it's not a big blogger thing, it's an everyday let's cope with life, feel better about ourselves makeup. You right there, Molly? This is my daughter. So I'm just coming in, as you can see, I'm just using a brush. This is a square foundation brush. You can use anything you want. You can see here it's a medium to full coverage, but what it also has in it is a concealer. So obviously with ourselves, with our chronic illness, we often struggle with dark circles, we may struggle with uneven skin with our medication, we may have melasma spots, we may have so many different things that really affect the way our faces and our skin works, and just using a really good skincare regime has really helped. Obviously it has helped dramatically transform my whole outlook and my whole skincare regime and just how my body works anyway, but more so what it has done is it's really balanced my skin so that I need so little makeup. This Arbonne makeup, you only need a little bit. It's treatment-based makeup, which means whatever we have in our skincare range is in our makeup products. So you can see here, I'm now just blending that down. Still got loads left of this foundation. And what I'm going to do, the reason I use a brush is for that I cannot always use my hands with a beauty blender. It doesn't always work, so I'm often holding my hand to support it. And I'm using a patting motion just to go around. Now going to take this dark bit. You can see I've still got lots of that foundation left. I'm just going to straighten that out. Can you see? So I've just get my brush straight, just sort of, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here where I want my contour to be, very lightly. And this is a really easy, simple way, whether you are new to makeup, whether you don't have, so you can hear already my breath. Makeup is tiring for me, and it could just be a way in which obviously you can create a look that doesn't matter, and sometimes it's just knowing the tips and tricks of that. I'm going to blend them just around that area and just blend up here so I don't waste the product. You can't, you know, it's so good. Then what I'm doing, I'm using what's called a contouring brush. You could use a powder brush, you can use any brush that you want, you could use a beauty blender. And then what I'm doing, as you can see again, I'm just patting and I'm just blending that in. So just, oh, there you go, you can see I'm holding my arm again. And then I'm just blending that down into my neck. And what I often do is I just blend with my wrists because it works better. So it's about what works for you. So if there's a part of your body that you struggle with, so my whole right hand side doesn't work all the time. I've had to used to be left-handed, I've had to get used to changing lots of things, but you can see that how that, and then kind of blend that out. That has now created a really nice natural contour for a look to go out with, even if you don't have lots of energy. And this is what we're doing, guys. We're not trying to create a massive night out look. We're not trying to show that all these other YouTube bloggers and everything don't need to use all this makeup. They don't, but I think sometimes we over worry and we overthink because we can't do those things that, you know, should we be doing more? What I'm then going to do is show you, I use a mineral powder, but you can also use a setting powder, whatever you wish. This is obviously, you don't need to use all these products, but this is something just because I want it to last all day. So I'm just, again, popping this in there, and I'm just going to pat, because I suffer with panic attacks. I suffer with, because I'm so hot and worn out now, I'm starting to panic. So, and get very tired. So, thank you, Molly. My daughter's here. She's my carer as well, and she helps me do this a lot, don't you, darling? So we work together on a daily basis. And you'll notice I've just come under this eye area, and I'm just coming around here, but I'm avoiding these brown bits. You'll see why in a moment. Okay, and then I'm just going to scoop that up and just blend into my neck. And what that does, it just flattens out the face, gives you coverage where you want it. And then I'm going to pick up this. Now, if you only have one product in your life, use this. It's my highlighter palette. You can see that I use it every day. It's called a Starlight Glow palette, and thank you, Molly. And I'm picking up the matte bronzer, and I'm then just going to enforce. So I'm just going to add on colour here. Now, the way I'm doing that, if Molly, you can just hold that palette up. So the way I'm doing that, I'm picking up the brown, patting the edging off, and then I'm working. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a new blusher brush. Now Molly often helps me blend this out if my hands are tired. Can you do that side for me, darling? So she just blends that out. And she knows she can hold my face and just blend that out and round. Thank you, darling. And can you just go around my face for me? That's it. So what this does is just shares all the, gives me a moment to catch my breath. And it just gives a nice glow everywhere. So then, just put another little bit there. That's okay, it's all right. And then again, now Molly's going to show you how to apply the blusher. So you can use different blushes, but I've got a very pink dress on today. So this is a blusher in here. And then this is also a blusher that I'm going to use. Now people are always afraid to use this blusher. So we just tap it. And if you're not sure, tap the product, put it on your skin, okay? So bring it, put it on your skin, and then apply it to your face. Can you pop that on there for me? Just so when we're working, we want it to be up on these apples of the cheeks. Thank you, Molly. And why do we want it up there, not down in the face? Because when we smile and we're in our mid-30s, or if you have lots of makeup and things on, lots of like health conditions, you don't always, if you then smile and release, if I was to put it on the apples of my cheeks here, my jowls come down to here now, like I'm like nearly 30, I'm nearly 40, and things change, so everything changes like that. And I'm just going to ask Molly to do this, which just blends everything in, all around my face please. I'll catch my breath, and then I can show you how to do my eyebrows, and my mascara, and my lip liner. So Molly is 10, nearly 11, aren't you? It's your birthday soon. And this has been an amazing addition. It's been a great bonding experience for us as well. Molly feels that she's really helping. It's been a lovely mother-daughter thing. But also it just gives me enough time to go, I'm ready. So I don't get myself all worked up. Then what I do is I take my brow brush, again, it's an Arbonne one, but it's in dark and it has a spoolie one end. Now what this does here is brush my brows up. Okay. Just puts them in place for me. And then this one, I'm just going to use my, again remember this is about making our days easier and about making ourselves feel better. It's not necessarily doing an amazing big look. It's not looking so we stand out in the crowd, because we do naturally, because we are all different and we are all awesome. That's what we have to remember. It's about being settled in yourself, and it's about feeling good enough in yourself. So I can feel I'm getting hot and tired. So I'm just coming around with my powder brush just to settle down there. And you can see then what I've got is just a very natural finish to a brow. I have more definition on my face. So because I'm wearing pink and because we're trying to use very little products and not do too much effort, I'm going to pick up just a very normal base shadow brush. I'm picking up this blusher as well because we can multi-use a product, okay? And we don't always know that we can do that, but we can. These are, because they're vegan and they're so clean, so there's no formaldehyde, there's no rubbish in there. Obviously with chronic illness we know that with sweeteners and silicones and all those bits that we have in our products, they're not always the most helpful. So these don't have them in, and it's really made a difference to me because I didn't actually think about it until I realised what I put on my body is still absorbed in my body. It's quite sensible, right? And when you don't think about it, it isn't. And what I'm doing is I'm just coming in underneath here. A bit of pink as well. And if I wanted some definition and I felt like it, I'll show you today so you can know for another day. Just pick up a kohl pencil, or you can pick up a dark eyeshadow. I'm just going to come in under my eye here. And just to finish, I'm going to take my Speak Volumes. And just while I'm doing that, you can use, I'm going to mention the concealer before anyone gets there, because obviously lots of people use concealer. This product is 13 in 1, so it has primer, concealer, foundation, it has moisturizer. And the reason I said about covering your face with a tiny little bit anyway, it has SPF in it, but also it protects our skin from any of the dirt and grime. So we're always going to visits at the hospital, we're always, you know, out and about touching things, we're touching handles and stuff for support. And then if we're placing our hands on our face, which without thinking, I wouldn't like to guess how many times I do that a day. The amount of times I've wiped myself and get myself in a panic and then I'm touching my face and everything. You can, this protects it. So it keeps all your pores nice and protected. It allows your skin to breathe, but it doesn't allow all the dirt and the particles to penetrate into your follicles, which obviously then means you don't get any ingrowing hairs, you don't get any dirt, pustules or papules, so lots of different dark spots. Your skin's feeling better, and when your skin feels better and looks better, on the whole, how do we feel, guys? Do you feel better? Because I do. When I know I haven't got any spots, or if I haven't got any, areas of which I feel like I could have to disguise. So for me, I used to never, ever, ever wear my hair up, and I would never in a million years have a headband on showing my face, and I would never, ever do a makeup tutorial because I was too shy. And I was so conscious of my face being on show because I didn't like what it was. And I had such low self-esteem. And people think makeup and this business and what we do is so easy and there's not an issue and we all are so confident, when in reality we're not. We're just the same sort of people. We just might have worked slightly different on different areas ourselves. So where I used to be so scared, now it's like I want to show people. I want to be that person who can show people that I was scared but I squeezed my butt cheeks and done it anyway, so that you can be the first person. I'm going first so other people can follow, and it doesn't matter. See, I've just dotted my eye. Imagine that. And yeah, I want to be that first person to walk, to show people. I want to be the person that was scared and done it anyway. Because why not? Because if that means I go first, it means you might follow. And if you follow, that means that you've squeezed your butt cheeks and done it anyway. And it means that you've faced a fear and you've overcome something, and you're overcoming struggles every single day. You're overcoming obstacles. You're overcoming opinions and people's expectations and so-called, what they think is right for you. They don't know you like anyone else, like you know you. So just be yourself and realise you can be anything you truly want to be, as long as you believe you can. And with me going first, I hope it helps. So I'm just going to take up a lip duo, just a nude lip. And this is, again, I ground my hand, put it on. You can use a lip liner, you can use, we can overlay them, we can do lots of different things, which I do in all different tutorials. The reason I done this one today was to show you, just from spending, I am boiling. You can see that I'm worn out, I'm ready. It's been 20 minutes of intense concentration. I'm ready now to go and have a nap, and that's the reality of it. And that's what people don't see. So if you are someone who struggles with mindset, chronic illness, chronic pain, whether it's fatigue, whatever it could be, please log on and choose this channel. Please subscribe and like the videos and tell us more about what you want to know, because that's what we're here for. We're raw and real, and we're here to share my journey with you. So keep paying it forward. Don't forget to be kind to each other, and I'll speak to you all very soon.